So I need to give you a massive, flashing red warning here.
They just, you know, so you have, if you don't have what they need, they're gonna leave.
Right.
Got to keep them there.
I mean, when I walk in, I mean, I definitely take pride in being the originator of the preparation of the.
Right. You need locks on the doors.
P. Diddy be wanting the body, and you gotta tell him no.
Get it all out. Get it all out. Get it all out. Beyonce and Jay-Z will do anything to destroy anyone who speaks out against them. I know your deepest secrets. I know so much about you and what you've done, how you guys ended Carrie Hilson's career because she said something about you. I know so much on how you got where you are. You step on anybody to stay on the top. See, what's done in the dark will definitely come in the light. Keep your threats up. What I got to say, I'm gonna say it. So don't make idle threats to me. The old school footage, I still have it. Yeah, Beyonce's on drugs. She been on them for a long time, and you keep her there.
Know that this guy right here is your biggest fan from the bad boy era. Party we do, anything we do is like, put on Puffy and Mace, put on Puffy and Mace. So you're gonna have to do one of those. Money will rob them. I mean, anything with Mace in it. Anything with Mace in it. Give me your top two, Mace, More Money.
Started looking to find fulfillment in these lies that say, hey, well, if you just get this, you'll be happy, and if you get this, you'll be happy. I think I really took a deep dive at the condition of my soul. I asked God, I said, if you're real, I need you to kind of show me. Rather than seeking after these other things, I just kind of started looking to God. I was worth saving, that I was worth dying on the cross for, that I was worth. I think that I've experienced so much in my short life, and stuff and girls.
Scene Combs, known to millions as P. Diddy, now stands at the center of a high-stakes investigation that has rippled through the entertainment industry. Facing grave charges in the United States, the case has quickly expanded its reach, drawing the keen interest of UK detectives who have joined forces with their American counterparts. It's a striking turn of events for someone who has navigated the elite circles of British high society for decades, rubbing elbows with luminaries like Sir Elton John and mingling with royalty. A familiar face on London's glamorous scene, P. Diddy's seemingly carefree jaunts across the Atlantic had never raised a hint of suspicion until now. As the glimmering facade of fame begins to crack, unsettling stories are bubbling to the surface, casting a shadow over his storied career. Prosecutors have pieced together flight records and testimonies that suggest his alleged misconduct may have occurred beyond the borders of the United States. The stakes are high, and UK authorities are urging anyone with insider information to step forward, promising to investigate every lead that could shed light on this escalating situation. At the forefront of this case is Damon Williams, a formidable prosecutor known for her relentless pursuit of justice, having successfully brought Ghislaine Maxwell to heel. Williams is not backing down. She is determined to unravel the threads of this complex narrative, with Combs currently housed in the same infamous New York jail that once held Maxwell. The parallels between their cases are striking and could ignite debates about accountability among the rich and powerful. What does this mean for P. Diddy's legacy? With every passing moment, the potential for shocking revelations looms, threatening to reshape the public's perception of a man who was once seen as an untouchable icon. As the investigation deepens, the spotlight not only shines on the allegations, but also on the consequences that may follow for a figure who has long been synonymous with success. The music world watches closely as this story unfolds, and with each new detail that emerges, the stakes only grow higher. The glitz and glamour of P. Diddy's life are now interwoven with serious allegations that could alter everything. Stay tuned, because this narrative is just beginning, and it's bound to keep you on the edge of your seat as more twists and turns are revealed.
Do not entertain none of this nonsense and nothing over the phone. I'm gonna need you to get rid of all the leftover pizza boxes. The what? All the boxes left over from the pizza. All the boxes. Okay. Make sure you recycle the plastic like we talked about. Yeah. Did Jay reach out yet? Nah, Bob. He ghosting. Hey, yo, check this out. Need you to reach out to the producer. Let these motherfuckers know there's a release date for that new Netflix movie. there quiet as a motherfucker on him. Yeah, exactly. We gonna let them have their little fun, but I'm still gonna have the last laugh. About all these lawsuits though, Pop. Ain't none of them getting shit. I ain't worth nothing. Ain't got shit in my name anyway. Don't even worry about it. Bunch of money hungry and shit. This I'll tell his light skinned ass to go make a club appearance or something. Motherfucker, make some money. You 30 years old and shit. Pay your own fucking car. Hey. Justice said, what should he do about his whip though? Man, the fuck is you talking about? You don't see this shit I'm dealing with right now? I know, Bob. I told this dude that I need to stay quiet. Pop, I can rap though. We got attention right now. Man, just do what the fuck I told you to do. And don't forget about the list. Make sure that shit is fucking solid.
As the investigation unfolds, the spotlight casts a harsh glare on P. Diddy's extravagant lifestyle, unraveling a tapestry of lavish yet questionable life choices that have come to define him. The tales of his high-profile parties, celebrity encounters, and his widely publicized relationship with singer Cassie paint a vivid picture of excess, indulgence, and manipulation. Once hailed as a kingpin of hip-hop culture, Diddy now finds himself in the midst of swirling controversies that challenge everything he has built over the years. The narrative takes a darker turn as Cassie herself has stepped forward, accusing Diddy of years of mistreatment during their time together. Her brave revelations add a significant layer of complexity to the already incendiary accusations, fanning the flames of scrutiny surrounding the mogul. These allegations don't just come from one source. They are compounded by whispers from former associates and acquaintances who recount troubling tales of Diddy's behavior behind closed doors. As more stories surface, they weave a troubling narrative that raises critical questions about the price of fame and the dynamics of power in relationships. Now, as Combs sits in a cell, the consequences of his past choices are becoming painfully clear. The once mighty empire he built is beginning to unravel at the seams, revealing cracks that threaten to topple his carefully constructed persona. Friends and allies who once celebrated his success are now distancing themselves, wary of being caught in the whirlwind of allegations that have engulfed him. The fallout is palpable, as those who knew him are forced to reconcile their admiration for the artist with the disturbing revelations now coming to light. With his fate hanging in the balance, the central question looms larger. How far will this investigation stretch? As law enforcement officials delve deeper into the allegations, there's a growing anticipation about what further secrets might be unearthed in the glaring spotlight. Each layer peeled back reveals more than just scandal. It exposes the complex web of relationships, the intense pressures of maintaining an image, and the often hidden consequences of a life lived in the public eye. Moreover, the investigation raises critical issues about accountability. Will other individuals come forward with their own stories? Are there more hidden truths lurking beneath the surface, truths that could forever alter public perception of this iconic figure? The stories that could emerge from this investigation may not only change how fans view P. Diddy, but could also impact the broader conversation about celebrity culture and the treatment of individuals in positions of power. As the clock ticks and the investigation progresses, the intrigue surrounding this case grows exponentially. It becomes a compelling drama that draws in viewers not just for the sensationalism of the allegations, but for the very real implications these events have on the lives of those involved. P. Diddy's journey from hip-hop royalty to a figure enmeshed in scandals serves as a cautionary tale about the fragility of fame and the dangers of unchecked power. In the coming weeks and months, as more details are revealed and the story continues to unfold, one thing is certain, this saga is far from over. With each new revelation, we are reminded of the complexities of human nature, the shadows that linger behind the bright lights of success, and the profound impact that a single decision can have on an entire legacy. Stay tuned because the narrative is just beginning, and as we dig deeper into the layers of this unfolding drama, we'll be left on the edge of our seats, captivated by what could come next.
They attended his infamous parties and are not surprised by the allegations against him.
This is Diddy. Like at a Diddy party, he's always going to be turning up. Y'all not at Diddy's house, y'all not nowhere. I'm just wild on how he's just able to keep all that energy. Sometimes they provide breakfast in the morning and it's like you could chill.
The lawsuit suggests that the Duke of Sussex was one of the guests at Combs' infamous parties. Now Prince Harry has been named in a $30 million lawsuit against the hip-hop mogul, who is facing charges of trafficking and sexual abuse, allegedly attended by sex workers and underage girls.
In my opinion, I think that they're probably looking at RICO or racketeering charges. Each one of those charges carries with it a 25-year sentence. Digital evidence can be very, very tiny. And so when you're looking for flash drives, you are going to have to start looking in walls, taking apart furniture, cameras, those kinds of things, cameras that are recording, those kinds of things.
Agents were concerned that Diddy or his associates were deleting evidence.
That was my tip-off to why this evidence was probably digital in nature, which is exactly why, in my opinion, they searched the homes simultaneously at the exact same time. My guess is that they knew.
He's literally a monster. This man is going to go down.
This is incredibly disturbing footage.
He hosted what he called freak-offs, parties so brutal that the young men and women, from being drunk, they would be beaten, they would be raped, would sometimes vomit and pass out. They alleged that Diddy filmed it.
I've kept this very quiet for 14 years. I mean, it's been a very long time, and it was so hard for me to watch. And I cried for days because I just couldn't believe that that man was physically abusing her like that.
Certain that the amount of stuff that we've heard about is probably not the half of it.
He's a monster. He's literally a monster.
Friendly neighborhood, international rap mogul, superstar, designer extraordinaire, actor. You know, I do it all, baby. My homegirl Cassie right here. She's a human being. That's what we all love about her. Sure will love her one day. This is bad boy. We ain't never gonna stop.
There's no way that he was doing this alone. He was enabled. He had multiple EAs and PAs, and I have no idea who was his fixer. Like a Shakespearean tragedy, how this man is going to go down.
And those are extremely difficult cases to defend yourself against. Very difficult.
What's happening now, Cassie opened up the floodgates. So the damage he's done to so many different people, and hopefully these people can move forward from this. Hopefully.
Do you know Sean Combs?
Puff Daddy?
Yeah.
P. Diddy, whatever you call himself these days. Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, he's part of what's called the Boule. The Boule is a branch of the Illuminati. I had sex with Cassie and Sean. Basically, he would tell me what to do with Cassie. Sean talks a lot on the phone and on the TV with speakers and stuff, and I was like a slave, okay? I had like 15 encounters, and I heard a lot of business, because what they would do is, I caught herpes, and I came back and I sued for the herpes and won. And Christopher Leon's here was my attorney. They asked me to turn in that. Mark Garagos and Ben Mercedes were his attorneys, okay? It's possible, I threw everything out, it's possible I can produce a copy. The hip-hop agenda is an agenda to move drugs all over the United States. You need to involve the DEA, okay, all the dope on private jets, which don't get screened by the DEA inside the United States, okay? They move cocaine and they move liquid cocaine in their bottles too. It's not good. He drinks all the time.
Misha Moulton, a seasoned attorney with a wealth of experience in high-stakes legal battles, has issued a stark and compelling warning that could have profound implications for P. Diddy's future. If he chooses to take the stand in his own defense, it may ultimately lead to more harm than good. While many might see this as a bold and courageous step, Moulton understands the complexities and dangers that come with testifying in court, especially in a case as serious as this one. In an insightful conversation, Moulton elaborated on the numerous challenges that await any defendant who dares to testify. She emphasized that being cross-examined by the prosecution is no walk in the park. It's a grueling and intense process where skilled attorneys will leave no stone unturned. They will meticulously scrutinize every statement Diddy makes, searching for any inconsistencies that could undermine his credibility. In this high-pressure environment, the prosecution will relentlessly push him to admit things that could be detrimental to his defense, effectively turning his own words against him. Moulton's insights reveal the emotional and psychological toll that testifying can take on a defendant. For someone like Diddy, who has spent decades in the limelight, accustomed to being in control and revered by fans, the prospect of facing a room full of jurors and a probing prosecutor can be incredibly daunting. The emotional strain of the courtroom drama could cause him to show signs of frustration, anxiety, or even anger, and Moulton warns that any visible signs of being flustered could sway the jury's perception against him. This is crucial because a jury's opinion can hinge on these very human reactions. If they perceive Diddy as being defensive or evasive, it could drastically impact their judgment. The pressure is mounting not just from the courtroom, but also from the media and public scrutiny. Diddy, the founder of the legendary Bad Boy Records, has already pleaded not guilty to the charges against him, adamantly denying the allegations that have surfaced. His unwavering commitment to his innocence reflects a desire to fight back against what he perceives as unfounded accusations. Yet, the reality is that the stakes have never been higher. The legal landscape he navigates is fraught with complexities, and as more evidence comes to light, the situation becomes increasingly precarious. Moulton also pointed out that the mental burden of participating in a trial of this magnitude cannot be overstated. It's a grueling process that tests the limits of even the most seasoned individuals. The weight of public expectation and the fear of a potential conviction can create an environment of intense anxiety where every word and gesture is scrutinized. Diddy's life, once filled with glamour and success, is now overshadowed by the threat of serious legal repercussions, and the emotional toll is evident. As the trial looms closer, the question that looms large is whether Diddy will decide to testify or leave his fate in the hands of his legal team. Each choice carries significant weight. On one hand, taking the stand could allow him to present his side of the story directly to the jury, potentially swaying their opinion in his favor. On the other hand, the risks of cross-examination could expose him to a barrage of questioning that could dismantle his defense piece by piece. Moreover, the ongoing investigation is a catalyst for broader conversations about Marble in the legal arena. The anticipation surrounding this case is palpable. Will new evidence surface? Will more individuals come forward with their own stories, adding layers to the narrative that has already captivated the public's attention? As the drama unfolds, the tension builds not just for Diddy, but for everyone involved. The courtroom is set to become a battleground, not just for legal arguments, but for reputations and legacies. As we follow this story, it's essential to remain aware of the broader implications at play. Each twist and turn in this legal saga not only affects P. Diddy, but also resonates with fans, observers, and advocates for justice. The outcome of this trial could set precedents for how similar cases are handled in the future, making it a pivotal moment in the intersection of celebrity and the law. Stay tuned as we continue to monitor this gripping legal drama, providing insights and updates as new developments unfold. Each new revelation will bring us closer to understanding the truth behind the allegations and the real-life consequences of choices made in the spotlight. The story is still in its early chapters, and with the stakes this high, we can only imagine the twists that lie ahead. Clip. All eyes are now fixed on the critical decision facing P. Diddy. Will he heed the advice of his legal team and remain silent, or will he choose to take the stand in his own defense? The stakes have never been higher. This isn't just a legal battle. It's a defining moment that could alter the course of his life and career forever. As the trial approaches, anticipation grows. Will the jury witness a confident and composed Diddy standing firm in his innocence, or will the emotional toll of a relentless cross-examination unravel him, tipping the scales against him? This decision could reverberate throughout his legacy, and everyone is eager to see which path he will take. The pressure is mounting as Diddy's legal team prepares for the trial, strategizing every possible angle to bolster his defense. They understand that the courtroom will be a high-stakes arena where every word, every gesture, and every reaction will be scrutinized under the watchful eyes of the jury and the public alike. This isn't just about presenting a case, it's about crafting a narrative that will resonate with those who hold his fate in their hands. As the days draw nearer, the weight of this decision bears down heavily on Diddy, and the question lingers. Will he rise to the occasion or succumb to the pressures of the courtroom? To understand the gravity of this moment, let's take a step back to a defining episode that illustrates Diddy's complex persona. It was a seemingly ordinary night in 2002 when he made an appearance on the Late Night Show with Conan O'Brien. What started as a light-hearted conversation about throwing extravagant parties quickly took a chilling turn that left viewers uneasy. In a resurfaced clip from that night, Diddy began to share his party planning tips, but what came next was nothing short of unsettling. As he detailed his list of essentials for a successful bash, he shockingly suggested that locking women up was a part of his party strategy to ensure they stayed. He casually mentioned the need for locks on the door to keep the ladies at the party, which sent a wave of discomfort through the studio. This comment, delivered with a casualness that belied its seriousness, hung in the air as an awkward silence enveloped the room. Conan, visibly taken aback, attempted to steer the conversation in a different direction, pointing out the dangers of such a statement. But Diddy brushed off the concern with laughter, calling the suggestion a little kinky, seemingly oblivious to the alarm bells ringing around him. The conversation took an even stranger turn as Diddy elaborated on the importance of heating up the party atmosphere, literally. He insisted that raising the temperature in the room had a significant effect on how guests interacted, claiming that it made everyone feel more comfortable and encouraged them to let loose. Heat affects the alcohol, he explained, adding that it helps everyone to build up a nice sweat. Coleman's final words of the segment were telling, reflecting the discomfort that had built throughout the discussion. This just sounds disgusting. Despite the growing unease, Diddy finished the chat by bragging about things not just his words in the courtroom, but the very essence of his character and choices. The juxtaposition of his glamorous lifestyle against the serious allegations he faces creates an atmosphere charged with tension and uncertainty. The stakes are not just legal, they are deeply personal and public. Will this previous incident and his cavalier attitude come back to haunt him during the trial? Adding to the intrigue, Diddy's attorney, Misha Moulton, has issued a stark warning about the potential pitfalls of testifying. In her seasoned opinion, taking the stand could do more harm than good. While it may seem like a bold move to defend oneself, the reality is that cross-examination can be a brutal process. Moulton explains that the prosecution will relentlessly search for inconsistencies in Diddy's testimony, probing for anything that might undermine his defense. The fear is palpable. If Diddy shows any signs of frustration or becomes flustered, it could sway the jury against him, tipping the scales in a way that could be devastating. Moulton emphasizes the mental toll of a trial of this magnitude. It's a grueling experience where the pressure is immense and the stakes are existential. Even a moment of weakness, a lapse in composure, could drastically alter the outcome of the case. Diddy, the founder of Bad Boy Records and a titan in the music industry, has already pleaded not guilty to the charges against him, steadfast in his denial. But as the trial approaches, the pressure is mounting, and the outcome remains uncertain. The court is not just a place of legal proceedings, it is a theater where the narrative of Diddy's life will be dissected, analyzed, and interpreted by the jury and the public. Each day brings new revelations, each testimony layers deeper into the story, and each moment holds the potential to redefine Diddy's legacy. As the drama unfolds, we will continue to explore the intricacies of this case, keeping you updated on every twist and turn. In the end, Diddy's journey from a celebrated music mogul to a figure entwined in serious legal troubles is a stark reminder of how quickly the tides can turn. The road ahead is fraught with uncertainty, and as he prepares to face the courtroom, we are left wondering what revelations will surface and how they will affect not just his fate, but the lives of those connected to him. Will he emerge from this trial with his reputation intact, or will the weight of the allegations bring down everything he has built? Stay tuned as we delve deeper into this unfolding saga, where fame meets the law and the stakes couldn't be higher. Each update brings us closer to the truth behind the allegations and the potential consequences for one of hip-hop's most iconic figures, as we navigate this complex and gripping narrative together. Clip. Fast forward to today, and that eye-opening 2002 interview featuring P. Diddy has resurfaced, casting a long shadow over his current legal troubles. The unsettling comments made during that interview have taken on a new, more sinister context now that his trial is looming. With the rapper previously placed on self-hurt watch, the resurfaced footage has sparked significant backlash, leaving viewers to question whether Diddy's offhand remarks were simply an ill-timed joke or a troubling glimpse into a darker mindset. Let's take a moment to revisit that interview. During what was supposed to be a lighthearted conversation on The Late Night Show with Conan O'Brien, Diddy shared his party planning tips. The discussion quickly spiraled into an uncomfortable territory when he made jokes about locking women inside his parties to keep them there. Can you imagine that? Conan, visibly uneasy, tried to redirect the conversation, pointing out how dangerous and creepy that sounded. But Diddy brushed it off with laughter, dismissing Conan's concerns as a playful misunderstanding. This bizarre exchange, once just an odd moment in television history, now raises alarm bells in the context of his ongoing legal issues. It's essential to reflect on the multifaceted nature of P. Diddy's current predicament, which intertwines celebrity culture, legal scrutiny, and the haunting echoes of past actions. The resurgence of his 2002 interview has transformed from a mere oddity in pop culture history into a pivotal element of an ongoing narrative that raises serious questions about accountability and the implications of one's words. This situation highlights the delicate balance that public figures must navigate between their public personas and private realities, as well as the fine line between humor and harm. The gravity of the allegations against Diddy cannot be understated, and as the trial approaches, the stakes grow higher with each passing day. Whether he chooses to testify or remain silent, each decision carries potential ramifications not only for his future, but also for how society perceives issues surrounding consent, accountability, and the role of fame in shaping public opinion. Diddy's past comments once dismal, this case serves as a larger reflection of how celebrity culture operates in the modern age. With social media amplifying every comment and action, public figures are under an unprecedented level of scrutiny, making the potential for misinterpretation and the subsequent fallout all the more pronounced. As viewers engage with this narrative, they are not just passive observers. They are participants in a broader dialogue about the responsibilities of those in the spotlight. It pushes us to think critically about how we consume celebrity narratives and the ways in which we hold these figures accountable for their past actions. As we await the trial's developments, the anticipation continues to build. Will Diddy manage to reclaim his narrative, or will the shadows of his past continue to loom large? The unfolding drama not only captivates the public's attention, but also invites deeper contemplation about the nature of justice and the potential for personal transformation in the face of adversity. Each twist and turn in this saga has the potential to reshape the landscape of celebrity accountability and the standards by which public figures are judged. In conclusion, the situation surrounding P. Diddy is emblematic of larger societal issues that transcend the individual. It encourages us to engage in critical conversations about consent, accountability, and the complexities of human behavior, especially in the context of fame. As the investigation progresses and the trial date approaches, the outcomes may resonate far beyond Diddy's personal life, influencing how we view celebrity culture and the expectations we place on those who inhabit it. In navigating this intricate web of fame, accountability, and public perception, we are reminded that the journey is not just about one individual, but about the cultural narratives we construct and the values we uphold as a society. As we continue to watch and learn from this unfolding story, it is imperative to remain engaged and thoughtful, recognizing the power of our voices and the stories we choose to elevate. The repercussions of this case could extend far beyond Diddy himself, shaping conversations around celebrity accountability for years to come. So stay tuned, because as this narrative develops, it promises to provide not only entertainment, but also essential insights into the complexities of human nature and the societal structures that govern our understanding of right and wrong. The next chapter is yet to be written, and how it unfolds may redefine the very essence of celebrity culture as we know it.